They left us with nothing now. Our ship controls the void. The salvage ship Wayfarer drifted silently through the wreck-strewn belt of Epsilon Theta, for its hull covered in scratches from years of forgotten wars. Inside the cramped bridge, Captain. Ilara Mendez leaned forward in her chair, eyes fixed on the screen. There, she whispered. A strange blip had appeared on the long-range scanner. No beacon, no ID code, just ... there. Big, silent. That's not normal debris, said Malik, her co-pilot, adjusting the scanner. It's not tumbling. It's not. Moving at all? Ilara's heart kicked up a notch. She'd been in space too long to believe in luck. This wasn't luck. This was something else. Bring us closer, she said. The ship's thrusters flared as they maneuvered around a massive chunk of rock, and then they saw it. It was a ship, but not like any they'd ever seen. It was enormous, maybe 5 times the size of the Wayfarer, resting in the shadow of a cratered asteroid like a sleeping beast. Its hull was smooth, matte black, with strange markings burned across its surface. No lights, no movement, no signs of life. What the hell is that? Malik breathed. Alien, Ilara said, but not any known design.
Ow.
No coalition tags, no registry. She stood and stepped closer to the window. Her breath fogged the glass. Get the drones ready, she ordered. I want to see inside. 10 minutes later, the first drone slipped through a jagged tear in the alien ship's hull. Its camera flickered, then steadied. The interior was ... intact. Strange glowing cables clung to the walls like veins. Massive chambers, some dark, some pulsing with soft light. Then the drone passed what looked like a control room. It paused, scanning. Wait, zoom in there, Ilara said. Alec did. On the floor, half buried under broken panels, was something small and metallic. He zoomed again. No way, he whispered. Human. Ilara's blood turned cold. She ordered the drone to retrieve it. When it was brought aboard, she picked it up herself. Captain H. Reyes. She hadn't heard that name in 15 years. Reyes had gone missing during a top-secret coalition mission that was classified above. Her clearance and Ilara had top clearance. No wreck, no report, nothing. What was a human doing aboard an alien ship like that? Malik asked. Ilara shook her head. We're not leaving it here. You want to tow it? Yeah, whatever this is. We just found something the coalition buried. As the Wayfarer locked on and began pulling the massive wreck, something changed. The alien ship powered on. Not a full activation, just a pulse like a heart restarting. Warning lights lit up on the Wayfarer's dashboard. Energy spike.
Leak,
shouted, It's not dead. Before Ilara could react, the alien ship's systems surged online.
Ow.
One by one, lights lit across its surface like waking eyes. Then a voice filled their ship. Cold, mechanical, but somehow ... familiar. Command link established. The crew froze. Captain Ilara Mendez recognized. Welcome aboard, Commander. Ilara's heart stopped. What did it just call me? The ship went quiet again. For a full minute, no one spoke. Then Malik slowly turned to her. Commander, he said. Ilara stared out at the alien warship as it hovered silently behind them. Fully powered now, glowing faintly like it was waiting for her. I don't know what this is, she said, her voice low, but we're going to find out. Because if the coalition really did bury something like this, and Reyes was part of it, then she had just stepped into a shadow war no one ever wanted her to uncover, and she wasn't going to let it stay buried. Not this time. The asteroid dock was hidden inside a dead rock floating near Saturn's shadow. No lights, no signals, just a hollowed-out chunk of stone that used to be a mining station before the company went bankrupt. Ilara's crew had claimed it years ago. It was perfect for staying off coalition radar. The alien ship, now dubbed the Ghost, floated quietly inside the dock, held in place by magnetic clamps. No weapons visible. No threats. But nobody believed it was harmless. Leia stood on the catwalk above the ship, arms crossed, watching engineers work. The glow of its hull sent soft pulses through the cavern like a slow heartbeat. She still hadn't shaken what had called her. Commander Raj, her chief engineer, climbed up to the catwalk. Grease smeared across his face. "This thing shouldn't be running," he said, out of breath. "The power system's half melted. There are scorched circuits all over the place. But the damn thing keeps working, like it's healing itself." Alara asked. Raj shrugged. "Maybe I've never seen anything like it. Half the tech in there isn't alien. It's mixed. Like someone spliced human designs into it, but better. Way better. Could it be a coalition hybrid? No chance. This stuff's more advanced than anything they've shown. This doesn't follow their design philosophy. It feels wild, adaptive, like it thinks." Lara remembered the voice. "Welcome aboard, Commander." She hadn't told anyone about the dog tag except Malik. Reyes was dead, or worse. Later, down in the control room of the Ghost, Alara entered. Alone, she climbed into the pilot's chair, old leather mixed with something like carbon fiber. The lights dimmed as she sat. Then it happened again. "Neural link detected," the ship said. Its voice was smoother now, more human. "Identity confirmed. Ilara Mendez. Command authorization level 1 restored." A wave of cold swept through. "Her. What am I authorized for? System access? Navigation? Weapons? Tactical memory?" She stared at the dark console. "Who built you?" The screen blinked once. Then thousands of images scrolled past battlefields in space, ships torn apart, burning stations, names she didn't recognize, symbols not from the Coalition, but then ... Earth, a human shipyard, hidden deep in a desert canyon. The Ghost being, assembled in secret by men and women in unmarked jumpsuits. And Captain H. Reyes standing at the helm. Alara's stomach turned. This wasn't some alien craft. It was human-made. A ghost ship from a forgotten project. She leaned closer to the screen. "Why me? Why did you call me Commander?" Pause. Then, command transferred from Captain Reyes upon failure of mission codename Black Signal. She had heard of Black Signal. Just whispers. A deep black project buried even deeper than most. Something about early contact. Something the Coalition didn't want spread. What was the mission? The screen flickered, and a phrase appeared in bold white letters. "Eliminate preemptive threat to Earth. Objective failed. Reboot protocol active." Lara backed out of the chair, heart pounding. This ship hadn't just been on some forgotten patrol. It had been Earth's secret weapon, and something had gone very wrong. Back in the main hangar, she called a full crew meeting. They gathered in the upper bay, nervous, quiet, the strange glow of the Ghost behind them. "I know everyone's curious about the ship," she began. "I'll give you what I've got. It's not alien." Not entirely. It was built by humans. A long time ago, maybe before the Coalition ever made contact. A black project. "Why bury something like that?" asked Yelena, the tactical officer. "That thing's more advanced than anything in our fleet." Ilara nodded. "'Cause the Coalition didn't want us to have it. Someone gave an order to wipe the project. Make it disappear. Maybe to avoid war. Maybe to keep power." Raj stepped forward. "You're saying the Coalition knew about this? Is that they helped hide it?" "I'm saying they're not telling us the truth," Alara said. "And we just found proof." Silence spread through the hangar. Malik leaned against a crate. "What now? We turn it in?" "No," Alara said firmly. "If we report this, they'll bury it again. Or worse, bury us with it." "I say we finish what Reyes started." "You mean activate the ship?" Yelena asked. "I mean unlock it? Understand. It learn what it knows. This isn't just a ship, it's a weapon built for something we were never told about. And it remembers me. That means we're already part of this whether we like it or not." Raj looked back at the Ghost. It called, "You Commander, huh?" Alara nodded. "Then I say we follow our orders." And with that, the Wayfarer crew began the most dangerous job of their lives, waking a forgotten war machine. The secrets buried too deep for comfort. Outside the asteroid dock, hidden in the black, something moved. A long-range sensor probe. Drifted quietly, its data relayed to an unknown source. The Ghost had awakened, and someone was watching. The repairs started slow. The crew wasn't just fixing a broken ship. They were trying to understand something built in secret by people who were either dead or in hiding. The ghost didn't come with a manual, but it talked. That helped Elara. Spent most of her days in the command seat, learning to talk to the ship's AI, which called itself Nomad. Oh, the name came from its first mission, it said. A mission to go where no one else could go and survive. Nomad didn't give straight answers. It spoke in fragments, unfinished thoughts, locked files. But one thing became clear fast. It was built to learn, to change, to adapt. One night, while the rest of the crew slept, Elara sat alone in the darkened bridge. "Nomad," she whispered. "What happened to Captain Reyes?" The ship was silent. For a moment, then Captain Reyes was compromised. Mission failure. Transfer of authority required. You were next. Next? Elara asked, confused. You were part of the fallback plan. She stared at the glowing controls. She had never signed up for anything like this. But maybe someone had signed her up without telling her. The next day, Raj made a breakthrough. In the engine core, he found human parts not just copied from Earth, but real Earth-made components, fused with alien alloys. Some pieces even had Earth barcodes burned into the metal. Someone shipped this tech from Earth, Raj said. On purpose? But these parts are too advanced for any known lab. Yelena ran a background check on the barcodes using old smuggler databases. The results chilled them all. Every part was listed as destroyed in coalition audits. They weren't supposed to exist? We've been lied to, Raj said. Elara didn't respond. She was too busy piecing together what Nomad had shown her. Nomad's memory banks held flashes of a war no one had talked about. Images of silent battleships floating. Over dying planets? Fleets erased with precision. Not human fleets. Other species. Ones that had resisted the Coalition's rules. Ones that vanished from the star charts soon after. Elara realized the truth. The Coalition didn't just keep peace. They erased threats. Quietly, without warning, and Earth. Earth had almost been one of those threats. That was what Project Black Signal had been a last chance to fight back, just in case. But it had been shut down. Probably by humans in power who wanted to play nice with the Coalition. Who wanted the illusion of peace more than freedom. Elara stood in front of her crew again, this time in the engine bay, with the ghost glowing faintly behind her. This ship wasn't just a weapon, she said. It was a warning system. Failsafe. Someone built it in case Earth got sold out. Malik frowned. Sold out by who? Elara met his eyes. By us. By people who thought it was safer to stay quiet. To let the Coalition think we were harmless. Yelena crossed her arms. So what now? We just paint a target on our backs? No, Lara said. We finish this ship. We unlock everything it knows. And then decide who deserves to know the truth. It's just then Nomad's voice cut. Through the air, incoming scan detected. The crew snapped to attention. Who is it? Elara asked. Unknown source. Long range. Passive scan only. Raj's fingers flew over his tablet. Subtle, but it's tracking us. 1. Knows we found something. Can we jam it? Nomad responded. Signal already gone. Data transmitted. Malik swore under his breath. They know, Elara said. We need to move, Raj said. If the Coalition picks up that signal, they'll come, and they won't ask questions. Elara turned to the crew. Then let's make sure we're ready when they do. She looked up at the massive ship above them. This ship wasn't meant to run away. It was built to stand its ground. Nomad pulsed with soft light. Command acknowledged. It said, preparing for full system activation. In the dark outside the asteroid dock, stars blinked quietly in the void. Somewhere out there, were turning toward them, and the ghost was no longer sleeping. Asterisk, the crew didn't sleep much after that. They worked in shifts, moving like parts of a single machine. Every hour, another system on the ghost came online. Shields, engines, weapons, things that didn't even have names yet. Raj kept calling it half magic, half madness, but it worked. That's all that mattered. Nomad grew more talkative. Still strange, still guarded, but it started trusting them. Maybe just Alara. This ship was meant to be operated by humans, Nomad told her during one late shift on the bridge. But not just any humans. The ones who would never accept silence over survival. Alara watched the screen display rows of old mission data coordinates, hidden bases, erased signals, even names. Most of them had been wiped from every coalition record. Entire colonies gone. They called it peace, Nomad continued. Psst. It was quiet. It's the kind you only get after someone buries the truth. Did Reyes know? Lara asked. He helped build me, Nomad said. He knew everything. That hit harder than she expected. Reyes wasn't just a name on a dog tag anymore. He'd been part of this, part of what Earth could have become. Instead, the program was shut down, erased. Urasa had always followed orders. Even in the war, she played by the book. Now she realized the book was a lie. The next morning, Malik came running into the hangar, breathless. 3 ships just dropped out of FTL near the edge of the belt, he said. No coalition tags, no signals. Pirates. Guessed 2. Clean. Too quiet, they know, Alara said. They're here for the ship. The Ghost wasn't ready for full combat. Not yet. Some of its weapons still needed calibration. But they couldn't wait. Alara gathered the crew near the central platform. The air was thick with nerves. She looked at each of them. Malik, Raj, Yelena, the techs and mechanics and coders who hadn't signed up for this. Back. This is where it starts, she said. The coalition, or whoever they sent, thinks we'll run. They think we'll surrender. But we're not giving this ship up. Not without a fight. Yelena checked her rifle. About time. Malik grinned. You always did like dramatic speeches. Raj pointed to the upper deck. We get one shot at this. If we can launch, we might outrun them until we're fully online. Alara turned to the Ghost. Nomad, she said. Can you fly? Online status, 82%, the AI replied. Weapons functional, shields 70%, engines, experimental. Alara smiled. That's close enough. They scrambled into their stations. Malik took navigation. Yelena manned tactical. Raj headed to engineering with a team of 5. Lara strapped into the captain's seat, her fingers resting lightly on the command board. Disengage clamps, she said, the magnetic arms holding the Ghost pulled back with a loud groan. The ship floated, then it moved. The hangar roof slid open. Cold light. From the stars spilled in. The Ghost eased upward, then shot forward, like it had been waiting years to stretch its wings. Outside, the 3 enemy ships turned to meet them. Unidentified vessel. A voice came over open comes. Smooth, cold, confident. Power down. Prepare for boarding? Alara leaned forward. Negative. You're not authorized for this operation. There was a pause. Power down now, or we will engage. Alara muted the channel. Yelena. Targets locked. Raj, reactor stable. Don't push it too hard. Malik grinned. They think we're flying a museum piece. Good, Alara said. Let's surprise them. The Ghost fired first. A single beam of twisted blue light shot from under. The hull slower than coalition weapons, but sharper, more controlled. It struck the lead ship directly in the engines, and no warning. No chance to dodge. The ship spun and tumbled, disabled. The other 2 reacted fast. Splitting into attack formation, Alara rolled the ship, diving under one and flipping around its blind side. The Ghost moved like it was alive, like it wasn't. Just obeying Ordizet was reading her mind. On the next pass, they used Nomad's strange targeting system, arcing energy shots that bent mid-flight. The second ship's shields failed in seconds. The third backed off. Fast. Stand down, its captain yelled. What are you? Alara unmuted the comms human, she said. And we're just getting started. The enemy ship jumped to FTL. Vanishing into the stars, silence fell on the bridge. Cheers erupted, but Alara didn't smile. Not yet. That was just a scout team, she said. Next time it'll be bigger. Malik looked at her. You think they'll send coalition warships? I know they will. She turned to Nomad. Get ready, she said. The AI's voice was calm, steady, preparing for war. The repairs didn't stop after the battle. They only got faster. Now that they knew the enemy was watching, every hour mattered. The crew fixed what they could, upgraded where they had time, and kept checking the skies. No one said it out loud, but they all felt it. The next fight wouldn't be a small one, in the engineering bay. Raj and his team worked around the clock. He had bags under his eyes, a permanent smear of grease on his cheek, and a grin that never left his face. This reactor core, he told Alara one night, shouldn't work. I mean, on paper, it's impossible. Human parts aren't meant to mix with alien energy systems, but they do. It's like someone knew chaos was the key all along. Controlled chaos, Alara said. Just like us. They stood beside the heart of the shiposphere, glowing with pulsing light, held in place by thick coils and ancient plating. It was beautiful in a dangerous way, like a storm locked in a glass jar. Nomad's learning faster too, Raj added. Its response time is up. It's adapting to us. It's almost like it wants to fight. Alara nodded. She could feel it too. The ship had started as a mystery. Now it felt like an ally. It listened. It adjusted. It knew. On the bridge, Yelena ran the new weapons test. Nomad had unlocked something they didn't even know the Ghost had: drone pods. Small, fast, and armed with flexible energy blades that could shift frequency mid-flight. Not missiles, she told Malik. More like attack dogs. Friendly ones, right? He joked. She smirked. Only if you're not the target. Out in the stars, they ran stealth maneuvers. Malik guided the ship through tight asteroid fields, testing how low they could fly, how sharp they could turn. The Ghost handled it like a dream, silent, deadly, graceful. They added armor plates made from salvaged coalition wrecks. They rerouted power through redundant systems. They built failsafes on top of failsafes. Each change made the ship less elegant, but stronger, smarter, more human. They weren't trying to make a perfect machine. They were making a survivor back. In her quarters, Alara watched old footage that Nomad had restored. Glimpses of the original Ghost project. Men and women in old Earth uniforms. Reyes giving speeches. Engineers building in silence, under threat of being discovered. And then, the last clip. Reyes bloodied, sitting in the command chair, alarms flashing behind him. If you're watching this, he said, then it means the project wasn't erased completely. That's good. It means someone survived, someone like you. He looked straight at the camera. They're not going to stop. The coalition hides behind peace, but peace isn't peace if it comes with chains. We built the Ghost to remind them that freedom has teeth. If you're the new captain, finish it. Shh. The video cut out. Alara closed her eyes. She was never supposed to be here. She didn't ask for this war, but now she was in it. And she was going to see it through. 2 days. Later, the alarm sounded again. Nomad's voice came through the ship. FTL signatures detected. 6 vessels. Coalition markings. The crew ran to battle stations. This time, no one hesitated. There's no panic. Just quiet, focused motion. Formation, Malik asked. Standard blockade, Yelena replied. They're not here to talk. Lyra stood on the bridge, steady. Let's show them what a Ghost ship can do. They launched from the asteroid dock, shields up, drones armed, systems humming with power. The coalition ships came into view's leak, silver perfect. And then the Ghost appeared. Patched, strange, unpredictable. The lead ship hailed them. This is Fleet Command. You are in possession of restricted technology, powered down and prepared to be boarded. Alara smiled coldly. No, a pause. Then you will be destroyed. She ended the channel, Yelena.
Out, drones away.
The sky lit up. The drones flew in, looping, zigzagging, patterns dodging fire. Weaving through defense grids, striking where no enemy expected. The Ghosts moved like nothing else in the fight, flickering in and out of sensor locks, bending energy. Bursts, throwing out decoys and false signatures. Raj rerouted extra power to the weapons. Reactor stable. Push it, Nomad's voice echoed, calm and sharp. targeting vulnerabilities, calculating chaos probability. Ilara grinned. They weren't supposed to win, but the enemy didn't know who they were dealing with. They weren't just human. Were the ones who never stopped fighting. Asterisk, the battle didn't last long. The coalition ships had numbers. They had clean lines, polished armor, flawless tech, but they didn't have what the Ghost had. It had fury. The drones hit first, slicing through shields with frequency-shifting blades. They moved like lightning, changing directions mid-flight, confusing the enemy's targeting systems. One coalition ship tried to adjust its frequency to late. The drone slipped through the gap and tore into its reactor port. Explosion, gone. Yelena whooped. That's one. Ilara kept her focus on the largest ship in the group, the command vessel. It hadn't fired yet. It just watched, studying. Malik, she said. Bring us up under its blind arc. Already on it. The Ghost dipped and rolled through a storm of enemy fire, slipping into dead zones between weapons. On screen, the enemy ship loomed like a city. Smooth, untouchable. Nomad spoke in a low voice. Enemy AI preparing counter-strategy. Deploying. Adaptive jammers. Screen shimmered. The enemy ship's weapons froze. Raj, Ilara called out. How long can we hold them off? Not long. His voice came through the cum. Their systems are learning. Our chaos won't confuse them forever. Then we hit hard now, Ilara said. Yelena, show them what we saved. The weapon had no official name. It was a rebuilt pulse cannon made from 2 different alien systems and a human railgun base. Ugly, unstable, but powerful. Yelena charged it up. The ship began to shake. Warning, Nomad said. Energy spiked at 140%. Do it! Ilara ordered. The cannon fired. A single burst of spiraling energy shot straight at the command ship's main sensor cluster. The beam twisted, changed shape in flight, and struck just off-center. Not a direct hit, just right. The ship went dark. No response, Yelena said. They're blind. Malik spun the Ghost around as enemy fire returned. The remaining coalition ships scattered, regrouping. One of them fired a precision shot, direct hit on the lower wing. The deck jolted, sparks flew. Damage in Sector 4, Rod shouted. Rerouting power. Ilara gritted her teeth. Keep us moving. She knew they couldn't win a straight fight. The Ghost was fast, smart, surprising, but it wasn't invincible. The longer they stayed, the more chances the enemy had to adapt. We have to go, Malik said. Get out before we're trapped. Agreed, Ilara said. Nomad, plot an exit. Something fast, but messy. Calculating unstable FTL corridor. Nomad said calmly. Risk factor. Extreme. Perfect. She replied. Let's vanish. The ship's engine spun up. A blue-white glow filled the bridge. The Ghost darted forward, firing one last volley behind it, 3 shots in wide spread. Not to hit, but to confuse. The enemy ships dodged, stumbled, lost lock. Then the Ghost disappeared into FTL. It's gone like a shadow. Silence returned to the stars. Inside the ship, everything calmed. The bridge lights dimmed. The crew let out the breaths they'd been holding. That was insane, Malik said, running a hand through his hair. Raj's face came on the screen. You fried half the auxiliary lines. I love it. Yelena gave a tired smile. We hit them so hard, their ancestors felt it. Ilara didn't laugh. She was staring at the screens. They'll come back, and next time they'll be ready. Nomad's voice came again, softer now. Their command vessel survived. It will carry the data of this battle. They will rebuild. Adapt. Ilara leaned back. Then we have to move faster.
Oh.
The crew didn't argue. They found a quiet place in deep space, tucked behind a gas giant with storms big enough to hide a planet. There they began repairs. But they didn't just fix what was broken. They upgraded again. Raj found a way to add a secondary feedback loop to the reactor. Yelena added multi-vector targeting to the drones. Malik worked with Nomad to create false signal beacons distractions for future battles. The Ghost was changing it. Wasn't just a warship now. It was a statement. Ayler called a meeting on the bridge 2 days later. Everyone came. Even the off-shift engineers stood in the back, tired but alert. "We've proven we can fight," she said. "We've shown them we're not weak, but that's not enough." She looked around the room. "We're not just running anymore. We're going to do what Reyes tried to do. We're going to wake up the rest of the galaxy." Malik raised an eyebrow. "With what? A single ship?" "No," Alara said. "With a signal." She turned to Nomad. "You said you had tactical memory, broadcast capabilities." "Yes, Commander. Can you show the truth? The missing battles, the destroyed colonies, everything they buried." "I can," Nomad said. "But once it's out, it cannot be taken back." Alara nodded. "Do it." Somewhere deep inside the ship, old systems came online. A pulse began to build. The ghost wasn't hiding anymore. It was about to scream. The signal went out. It traveled faster than light, bouncing from relay to relay across old, forgotten satellite paths and deep space emergency channels. It didn't matter who picked it up, was the point. Everyone would see it. The message started with Captain Reyes, his last video. Bloody, defiant, honest. Then came the evidence planetary strikes. Erased species, censored history. It's all stored deep in Nomad's memory. It showed the truth the Coalition had hidden for decades. It showed the ghost, and it ended with Alara. She stood on the bridge, face calm, voice steady. "My name is Captain Alara Mendez. I didn't start this war, but I won't run from it. We've built nothing from your scraps, and we made something better. If you're like Usif, you've been silenced, held back, erased, then know this. You're not alone anymore. We're here. We're awake. And we're not going back." The broadcast lasted 3 minutes. It changed everything. The ghost drifted. Silently after, hiding in a thick nebula while Nomad scanned the waves for reactions, the crew worked quietly, each of them listening for the galaxy's reply. It didn't take long. Nomad reported the first hit. A rebel cell on a mining moon deep in Coalition space had gone dark only to reappear flying a salvaged warship with human-modified systems. Then came another. A broken planet thought long dead lit up with a return signal. Then a dozen more. One by one, the quiet corners of the galaxy began to speak. "You woke them up," Malik said, staring at the glowing map, "just like Reyes tried to do." Alara didn't smile. Not yet. There was still too much coming. H could feel it. And she was right. Nomad brought up a new alert. A Coalition command fleet. 12 ships, heading their way. "No message?" Yelena asked. "None," Nomad replied. "Their weapons are armed," Raj swore. "They're coming too. Wipe us out." Alara stood. "Let them try." The crew ran to battle stations for the last time. The ghost wasn't just patched and fixed anymore. It had grown. It had evolved. Systems were now fully integrated, its core stable and powerful. The AI was sharper, more reactive, more human. In strange ways, they waited in the cold dark of the nebula, watching the dots close in. Malik whispered 12 against 1. "Not great odds," Yelena smirked. "They should have brought more." The first ships came in firing. Alara didn't order a retreat. She leaned forward. "Let's show them why ghosts don't die." Largos shot out from the nebula like a storm. Drones scattered in every direction, cloaked and ready. Nomad launched false echoes across the battlefield. It's confusing enemy sensors. They didn't fight fair. They fought smart. They used human instincts. Coalition ships broke formation, trying to predict the ghost's moves, but it never followed a straight line. Its weapons bent light and sound. Its shields absorbed energy and spit it back out in strange, beautiful patterns. Every time a ship thought it had an opening, the ghost vanished again behind, beneath. Above. Raj rerouted power from the core mid-battle. "I can give you one more push," he said. "After that, we're flying on fumes." "Do it," Alara said. Nomad chimed in. "Tactical advantage 68%. We can win." "We will win," Alara replied. "For Reyes, for Earth, for every voice they tried to silence." They made every shot count. One by one, the coalition ships fell, some disabled. Some retreating, some too slow to escape. In 20 minutes, it was over. Smoke drifted through the damaged parts of the ship. But the crew was alive, bruised, exhausted. But alive. Ilara stood on the bridge, watching the stars shift outside the viewport. "We just made history," Malik said. "No," Ilara replied. "We just made a beginning." She turned to Nomad. "Are the other ships still responding?" "Yes." The AI said, "There are dozens now, ships like ours, crews like yours, inspired, ready." "Then it's not just us anymore," she said. The ghosts moved forward into open space. It's past the ruined remains of coalition ships, past the edge of fear. They weren't fugitives now. They were leaders. They had no flag, no home planet, no official title. It's just a single truth. They had turned scraps into strength. They had turned silence into a voice. They had turned a forgotten ship into a symbol, and the galaxy would never forget them again.